Okay, I think we're about ready to set up the third and final scenario in this campaign. I don't have all this damage on me. I do have 1 mental trauma, though.
Deal damage to a monster.
Alrighty, we've got Part 3, The Devourer Below. After a frantic nighttime search throughout Arkham, you have tracked down and questioned two members of the cult. One of them seeked us out, and we ran away from him. Your findings are disturbing. They claim to worship a being known as Umôrdhoth, a monstrous entity from another realm. Oops, let me get my chat back up on my screen, too. You are able to confirm much of Lita's story. The cult is agitated over the destruction of a ghoul lair. However, a surprising detail also turns up. The one who invaded the lair and set this night's events in motion was none other than Lita Chandler herself.
What a bitch.
What a bitch. You're not sure why this important detail was omitted from Lita's story. Did she tell you only as much as was necessary to draw you into her conflict? But in another light, she seems to be fighting to protect the city of Arkham from a terrible menace. The final piece of the puzzle was found written in a journal possessed by one of the cultists. It describes a dark ritual to be performed deep within the woods south of Arkham, this very night. According to the journal, the ritual's completion will open a gate and bring forth the cult's dark master into this world. If the cult is not stopped, Lita warns, there is a possibility that Umôrdhoth's vengeance will consume all in its path. Frightened but determined to stop the ritual, you head into the woods. Alright, gather all the cards from the following encounter sets. The Devourer Below, Fucked Up Soccer Balls, 3 Martini Glasses, Ghouls, and the Dark Cult. Put the main path location into play.
What's this set?
That's coming later.
Okay.
Shuffle the 6 copies of Arkham Woods. Okay. Shuffle the 6 copies of Arkham Woods and choose 4 of them at random and put 2 of them, and put them into play. Then remove the other 2 from the game. Okay, so we've got 4 Arkham Woods in play. These 2 are RFG'd. Set the ritual site and Umôrdhoth out of play. So there's Umôrdhoth and the ritual site. Randomly choose one of the 4 encounter sets. Agents of Yog-Sothoth was chosen by April, which is that one. Shuffle it and the remainder of the encounter cards, which there's 2 more in here. So shuffle all those together to form the encounter deck. Remove the other 3 encounter sets from the game. They were never in the game. Okay, so we got the Devourer Below here. We've got the Act, and we have the Agenda. Check the number of names recorded under cultists who got away. If there are 3 or 4 names, place 2 Doom on the agenda, so the game gets a head start because we didn't get more cultists. And I guess if we'd have gotten up to Wolfman Drew, it wouldn't have made a difference because 3 or 4 is the same. Add the Squid Monster token to the Chaos Bag for the remainder of the game.
No!
Squid Monster token.
The Calamari token.
Yeah. If it is past midnight, nope. Each player discards 2 random cards. If the Ghoul Priest is still alive, it goes into the encounter deck as well. Good thing we killed it at the start. Well, good thing I killed it at the start. Let's be honest, Wendy didn't do a damn thing except for got a bunch of clues from the basement. which helped out a lot. Tried to convince Lita Chandler to help, and she's like, nope.
There's been a fly pestering her.
Oh?
She's been snapping at it.
She finally catch it?
I think she just got a little protein snack.
Nice. All right, Cam, are you going to turn off now?
Resign! No? Okay.
Okay.
Click.
Okay, so let's read the agenda and the act cards. So, Agenda 1A, the Arkham Woods. From interrogating members of the conspiracy within Arkham, you have learned that they are performing a rite of vengeance in response to the destruction of one of their master's lairs. You have entered the woods outside Arkham to try to stop them. The woods seem unnaturally cold and filled with a deathly silence. 4 doom, and it starts with 2 in play because we only interrogated 2 of the 6 cultists.
Act 1A, investigating the trail. The evidence you've gathered has led you to the woods south of Arkham, where you believe a ritual to summon a being called Umôrdhoth is about to take place. Stealing your resolve, you set forth deeper into the woods, hoping to find the site of this ritual. 3 investigator clues, or 6?
6 clues. So we're at the main path. It has 2 shroud, but no clues. It is connected to each other woods location, which all of these locations are woods. Action, resign. There's nothing we can do to stop them. You flee from the woods, leaving Arkham to its grisly fate. All right, but I think we need to go in there and get some clues. You need to
draw my...
The voice controls are flaky, but appreciated your attempt. Alrighty.
Yeah, the voice controls are flaky because I'm pretty sure the camera doesn't have a mic on it.
It does.
Oh, it does?
It does, yeah. It's just very bad.
Oh, well,
You can
flaky.
attach a better one, yeah. Well, this card is staying in my opening hand. This card is staying... Oh, yep, they're both staying in my opening hand. Oh, if I'm going to be fighting monsters... All right, this one goes away. This one stays. And this one goes away. Draw me something good.
I need to
Draw me something good. Perfect.
draw me something good.
That second card that I drew was just mwah. Chef's kiss.
1, 2, 3. Okay. I threw my amulet and last chance back into the deck.
Yeah, because as we discussed before, the amulet's not really good to play until late.
Yeah, but if I get my weakness where I just take my entire discard and go
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can't wait too long because the weakness will get rid of your discard pile, but you want to wait long enough so that there's more than like 2. I guess 2 might not be a bad number in there, but 0 is the wrong number. That's for sure. I'm gonna take my microphone. Oh no, I've got this. I was gonna go get me another pop, but alrighty.
Okay.
How do I want to do this? Do you want to go into the woods first, or should I?
I mean, I'm generally the
clue getter.
the clue getter.
Okay. Lucky cigarette case. Why does it have 2 resources on it?
I don't know. I'm gonna go with this one.
Alrighty, what do you got?
Arkham Woods, Cliffside, 2 shroud, 1 investigator, 2 clues. This location is investigating using foot instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempt.
Okay, that's pretty good. You have better feet than book anyway.
How convenient!
The camera might have telepathic controls because we weren't actually resigning. All right. So your first action was Lucky Cigarette Case. Second action was move.
Oh, yeah. And third action, I'm going to play Winging It.
-1 shroud, so you're testing 4 against a 1.
Yep. -3 or better, preferably -1 or better.
So that you get a draw card from Cigarette Case. 0!
All right. So I get a clue. Exhaust Lucky Cigarette Case. Draw a card.
Solid.
I approve.
All right, so you're probably going to be able to get that second clue, so you don't need my help in there, right?
Correct.
All right. I'm going to get my buddy Pete out. He gives me +1 foot and +1 head. After your turn ends, heal a horror from him. He's a 1/3 sync, which is fantastic. And I'll go into these woods. Now, where is this connected to? Okay, that is connected to the main path. Not all of these are connected back to the main path. Arkham Woods.
Oh, well,
Forced, when you move out of this location, test book 3. If you fail, cancel the effects of the move. That's a terrible one. Yeah, they're a little stale. Might just throw them away.
went from crispy pig skin to pig sponge.
Well, how many clues do we need? We need 6 clues. All right, I'm just going to play Drawn to the Flame. Draw the top card of the encounter deck, then discover the 2 clues in my location. A ghoul minion's on me. That's okay. Is it? Oof. All right, well, he's there. I get the 2 clues because of Drawn to the Flame.
You get +1 foot.
I do get +1 foot. End of our turn. We're both flipped. The monsters go. I take a damage. Do I take the horror and deal a damage to the minion? Do I try to punch him? Or do I try to run away from him? If I run away from him, there's no guarantee that I get out of here. I need books. Like, ugh. I don't know if I have anything that gives me book. I might just be stuck in these woods for a long fucking time.
Until I come and, like, here's my 2 books.
But then you have to get out. I don't want you to do that. All right, I'm going to put it on Pete. Because I'm just going to try to run away from him. Because there's no reason to go back in there. There's no clues.
He's not a hunter.
He's not a hunter. If I evade him and successfully get out, then that location is just done.
Unless that's the path to the ritual site.
I think it's connected to the main path. So that was the monster phase. I took the damage and the brain on Pete. And Pete heals after my turn ends, so that won't happen until next turn. So we get a Carta and a resource. The sheet gets its 3rd out of 4 doom, and an acolyte spawns. Well, it doesn't really matter. Do we want to put it in one of the empty locations? Or one of the unexplored? I think we put it in one of the unexplored. So that you can go up to the other one, and then if I get out of here, I can go deal with them. Good. Although, this is the 4th doom, it doesn't cause it to advance. But I guess that means it doesn't matter. This is the best turn to draw an acolyte on.
Right.
Because that doom doesn't matter. You still need to draw a card.
I don't wanna.
Another acolyte?
Yep.
Well then. All right, do I go first to see if I can get out of this fucking... like, I've only got 2 book. That's really bad. And I got rid of my 1 lucky. This is not going to be good. I'm going to try to evade 4 on 2. -2, that succeeds. Thanks, Pete. I'm going to commit my Heirloom of Hyperborea, which is, if I played it, it would have been after you play a spell card, draw a card, which would have been nice, but I need it as a book to get out of here. I'm testing 3 on 3. Should I draw a card first so that maybe do I have anything that commits for book in this deck? I do. I think I want 2 chances to get out of here, though. 1 at 0 and 1 at +1, which kind of fucking sucks, but... All right, I'm testing 3 book on 3 difficulty. Cultist, -2, place 1 doom on the nearest enemy. That is a fail. Let's try to get out again. I need the +1 or the elder sign. Because I've got a horror on me, which makes it a +1. -2. Well, I'm stuck in the woods. This was the worst fucking place for me to come. So are you... All right, you're investigating the woods?
Yep.
The cliffside. God, if only there was like a thing like, if you fail, cancel the effects of the move unless you take 2 horror or spend an additional action. Like, that would have made it more fair instead of just, I'm stuck in here. Like, what if I only had 1 book? I would be fucked. I would be lost. And I can't even get back here to resign. Like,
well, that's what happens, Rip.
Mm-hmm. And he's going to ready up. I'm going to have to spend an action evading him every turn.
Okay. I am on
at the end of my turn, Pete heals.
4 feet testing 2.
That is a success. We need 2 more clues, which means you're going to have to go and deal with an acolyte.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
Okay.
2, 3.
2, 3?
Yep.
Acolyte's engaged on you?
Mm-hmm.
What happens there? There are no clues there. You can heal a damage or a horror once per turn.
Okay.
All right, monsters go. He deals a damage to you.
Yep.
Upkeep, he readies up and engages me. We get a Carta. Motherfuck. Paranoia, discard all my resources. And gain a resource. Pete, why couldn't you give me books? The doom on the sheet causes it to advance.
I should have done something different, but oh well, too late.
Yep, because we're advancing the agenda. Death to the intruders. Throughout the woods, a shrieking cry echoes. From somewhere deeper in the forest, a score of hideous voices answer the call, and inhuman as the baying of hounds and yet articulate, repeating a singular name, Umôrdhoth. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Done. And discard cards from the top until a monster enemy is discarded. Spawn that enemy at the main path, and then place a doom on the enemy.
Wonderful.
Discarding. Oh, we got rid of an Ancient Evils. That's great.
Helpful.
Frozen in Fear. Ghoul Minion. He is a monster. He spawns
3/3.
there.
Oh.
2/2/2. Then place 1 doom on that enemy. Then the ritual begins. Umôrdhoth. 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 The chanting builds in intensity, echoing into the cold air of the night. The sparse clouds in the sky coalesce above the Arkham woods, blotting out the faint light of the stars. Each enemy gets +1 fight and +1 evade. So now it is a 3/2/3.
Huh.
Neat. All right. Now we need to draw cards from the encounter deck. Offer of power. Peril. I must choose one of the 2. I'm going to choose take 2 horror. You know what? I'll take 1 and deal 1 to this ghoul. The other thing I could have done was draw 2 cards and put 2 doom on the sheet. Nope. I'll take 2 horror. My buddy Pete here will soak 1 for me and help me deal damage to the monster.
All right.
Are you gonna draw your encounter
No,
card?
I don't want to draw my fuck you card.
What do you got? Writing Remains?
Straight up. 4 on a 3, -1 or better.
-4.
Take 3 horror.
That's pretty bad. We're not doing so well this scenario. Me getting stuck in the woods was the worst possible thing that could have happened. The worst possible thing that could have happened. All right, what's the plan? I need to get away from my minion.
So they get +1 fight and +1 evade.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And then I need to come out and deal with this minion, which is probably fine.
But you need to be able to get out of there.
I need to be able to get out of there. Let me go first and see if I can get out. I'm going to evade this minion. I'm at 4 feet against 3, 6 against 3. Manual dexterity being committed. Skull is -X, which is the number of monsters in play, which is -2. That, yeah, your acolyte's not a monster. -2. That is a success. Manual dexterity draws me a card. And the evasion was successful. I'm trying to get back out to the main path. Book. I could draw a card, but I think I just do 2 tests. 2 against a 3. 0. God damn it. There are only 2 tokens in here that... Two against a 3. Squid monster -5. If there is an ancient one in play, reveal another token. Nope, no ancient one. Trapped in the fucking woods. This is not fun.
All right, I'm going to evade this guy. 4 on a 3.
Okay. If only I had my lucky.
5 on a 3.
Mm-hmm. -2. That's a success.
He is evaded. He's up here. That is action the first.
Now, this is connected to here, but we don't know what this is connected to.
Action the second.
Oh, hey, a stray cat.
And action the third.
Oh, yeah, I'm flipped. You're engaged with the ghoul minion. All right, it's the monster's turn. The ghoul minion deals 1 damage and 1 horror to you. Did you succeed by 2 or more?
Nope.
No, okay.
It was a 0.
Okay. We ready up. The monster's ready up, which means this ghoul minion's coming to me. Oh, at the end of my turn, Pete should have healed. I keep forgetting about that. I might just tank this ghoul minion one more time and kill it instead of evading it. Just take.
So why don't you?
Well, I mean, it's the end of our turn, or like next turn, definitely.
Right.
All right. Well, anyway, we need to get our Carta. We need to get a resource. The sheet gets a doom. We're at 2 doom because that minion has doom on it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we draw a Carta. Offer of power. Okay, I'm just going to take 2 horror again. It's going to... Actually, fuck it. I'm going to take 1. Pete's going to take 1. The monster's going to take a damage because of Agnes Baker's special ability, and that kills him. Solid.
No.
What do you got?
Umôrdhoth's Wrath.
Oh, that's a bad one.
Test head.
5.
I have 4.
And you either have to discard cards or take horror for each point you fail by. Woof. I wish I could help, but I'm stuck here in the woods.
6.
7. Oh, 6. Yeah. 4, 5, 6.
8.
8 on 5. Auto fail. Nope. Cultist is -2.
Pass.
Place a doom on the nearest enemy. I need to get out there and kill that ghoul minion. I need to get out of the woods first. Oh yeah, he's readied up. Not like we're going back there. It doesn't really matter. Okay, it's our turn. Can I try to get out of the woods?
Would you like help?
No, I found something a little unexpected. Like some courage. I am testing 4 book on 3 this time, and I swear to God, if I fail, I'm going to scream. I'm trying to move to the main path.
Probably take your mic off before you do that.
Right. -1. I succeed. Jesus Christ, I'm finally out. Okay, do you want me to take care of that monster for you?
Sure.
I mean, it's going to have to wait a turn because I can't really punch it. What's your plan with it? Are you going to evade it and move down here? Or
We need clues.
we need clues? Okay, so let me ready up. I'm going to gain a resource and then cast my level 5 shriveling. So now I'm ready to fight whatever comes my way. I'll deal with him next turn. If you evade him, he'll engage on me, and the Acolyte's going to be down there. I'm finally out. At the end of my turn, Pete heals. Okay, your turn.
I'm going
Put this
to
cultist token back in the bag.
just disengage him.
Did I draw that token without the cultist token in the bag? Illegal draw. Never mind.
Discard the kitty cat. He's disengaged.
Okay.
2.
Action the second? Or, oh no, wait, that's action the first. Because that's fast, right?
Oh, yeah.
Arkham Woods. This location is investigated with fists instead of the skill indicated by the investigation attempt. Couldn't have given us the one, like one of these over here. This is the one that uses head. That would have been great for both of us.
Okay.
But it's out of play.
Action the third. I'm going to try to evade this guy.
Forest of Eternal Doom, not so eternal, yeah. We got out of there.
-1 or better
So what are you doing?
to evade the Acolyte.
Evading the Acolyte?
Actually, -2 or better.
-2 or better. Because you're up to 5 on a 3. Yes. That's a fail by 1.
All right.
Action the third.
Guess I'm going to try and evade him again.
All right.
-2 or better.
Cultist, -2. Place 1 doom on the nearest enemy. That's going to advance the fucking agenda.
I shouldn't have.
You shouldn't have what?
Oh, he'll just ready up and re-engage.
Yes. He won't deal the damage to you. But that was a lot of doom that got placed. A lot of cultist tokens spawned. This is not good. All right. Was that your whole turn? Yeah, that was your whole turn.
I succeeded.
You succeeded, so you can get a survivor card back.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get winging it?
Cunning distraction.
Oh, cunning distraction, okay. All right, monsters go. He's not ready, he's not ready, he doesn't do anything. Upkeep, he re-engages you. He engages me. We get a Carta, and we get a resource. Mythos phase. A doom goes on the sheet. That puts 5 doom in play. Oh. A dark presence approach. The will of Umôrdhoth. A dark presence approaches and you are assaulted by invisible pressures that bring you to your knees. A terrible force threatens to invade your mind and soul. Your throat clenches and your eyes water as the sensation burns through you. In player order, each investigator must test head 6. Each investigator who fails must search the collection for a random basic madness weakness and add it to his or her hand. I'm at 6, 7, 8. Now, I'll take a madness. All right, I'm testing 6 on 6.
Mad.
I'm going to get the gray binder out. -2.
Not really.
But could you do it?
Yes. I'm at 4 and it's test what?
6. I don't think there's a +2 in there. Oh, yay.
Good thing I didn't commit anything.
Right? Auto fail. Perfect. Okay, so we both get a random madness. It's just right there. You got enough microphone cord, is what I'm saying.
You're okay, Weber.
Oh, it's... Your microphone cord is wrapped around the light. The light stand. I need to fix that. Okay, so how many madness weaknesses are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh wait, drawing the sign. Oh no, 8. There's 8. Okay. Okay, Google. Give me a random number between 1 and 8. 6. 8, 7, 6. Chronophobia.
And add it to your hand.
Which it comes into play immediately. I have to spend 2 actions to take 1 direct, or actually at the end of your turn, take 1 direct horror. That's probably not the end of the world for me, but I'll need to deal with it eventually. Okay, Google, give me a random number between 1 and 7. Did it give me 6 again? Okay, Google, give me a random number between 1 and 7. It gave me 6 again.
6.
Which, 7, 6. You also get chronophobia.
Joy.
Okay. Now, vengeance awaits. Oh. The world begins to shift and change as the ritual nears its conclusion. The air grows chilly and the entire forest is covered in a layer of rime. Trees bend unnaturally and their shadows lengthen into weird shapes. Forced, when this agenda advances. So like this agenda advances? I think that's how that would work. If the investigators are in Act 1, which we currently are, put the set-aside ritual site into play and spawn Umôrdhoth there.
Oh, joy.
If the investigators are at Act 2 or 3, discard all enemies at the ritual site and spawn the set-aside Umôrdhoth there. So we need to get to the ritual site. We both have chronophobias, which are put it into play in your threat area. At the end of your turn, take 1 direct horror, 2 actions to discard it. So fun. That was the agenda advancing. Now let's draw encounter cards. Dissonant voices. You cannot play assets or events. I wasn't planning on it anyway. That's actually not the end of the world. Grasping hands.
-1 or better.
Yep, testing foot 4 against a 3. Tablet, -3. If there is a monster enemy at your location,
Nope.
take a damage. So you failed by 2?
It was what?
-3?
So I failed by
2.
Yeah. No. Yeah,
You
2.
have 4 feet against
Ah,
a
math
3.
is hard.
-3. 1 to 3 is 2. So you take 2 damage. Yep.
Because somebody has all the 3s over there from the previous scenario.
Oh, I do. I didn't realize that. There you go, some 3s. Okay, that's the end of the Mythos phase. You've got an Acolyte. Are you able to deal with him? They don't have +1 fight and evade anymore.
At this point, I kind of don't care about him at this exact moment.
That's gross.
So,
Who, the Acolyte?
yeah,
You need to get these 2 clues. Is there a
I
way you can do it?
understand that.
Okay.
I'm just going to play Winging It from my discard and take a damage.
Take a damage from the Acolyte. Okay.
So that's -1 Shroud.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
You're using fists instead of books.
Son of a fucking bitch.
Do you want me to come down there and kill him first?
I mean, that's not going to make this test any different.
No. I've got 1 more fist, but it's still a 0 for you.
I'm going to leave that in my discard pile for the moment.
So you're not playing Winging It. You also need to get rid of Chronophobia, but that's also going to do an attack of opportunity.
I'm going to evade him.
Okay.
4 on a 2. -2 or better.
Evaded.
And I get to draw a card.
Yes, because you succeeded by 2.
So that was action the first.
Mm-hmm. Are you okay with taking a direct horror?
Now I'm going to try Winging It.
Okay.
Because I think it's worth...
Do you have any way to pump your fist?
I do, but I don't like it.
Is it your last chance?
No, it's the cunning distraction has a question mark.
Oh. Yeah, I say leave it. Just 0 or better. You don't have a lucky, do you?
I wouldn't be looking at my cunning distraction to commit it if I had a lucky.
I guess that's true.
Bam!
Elder Sign is
Bam!
what for you?
0.
+0.
Because I don't have my amulet. So, I get both clues.
Solid. Let's spend them immediately.
So that was action the second.
Yep, you get both these clues. We can spend them as a fast action to advance the act. Like, the agenda's already advanced twice. We need to do this as soon as possible, I think. Right?
Yep.
All right, you want to advance that act card?
Not particularly.
Why? That's how we win.
Unveiling the plan. Scattered throughout the forest, you've seen glyphs and arcane sigils in various places, etched into the bark of trees, carved upon the faces of stones, and dripped in blood upon the ground. Though you cannot decipher these glyphs, you notice that most of them tend to face south. Following these signs leads you by twists and turns towards a cave, in the darkest and coldest part of the forest. As you advance, shadowy figures emerge from the trees, blocking the only path to the cave. Put the set-aside ritual site into play if it is not already in play.
There it is.
Search the collection for each enemy recorded in your campaign log
Who got away?
under cultists who got away,
Oh, God.
and spawn those enemies at the main path.
So, blah. I forgot about that. Okay, well, the Masked Hunter is on me, Wolfman Drew is on me, Peter Warren is on me, Victoria Devereaux is on me. I really wish I had the card that... God, that's 33442. That's 8, 10, 16 total HP for these monsters. And most of them just do hearts. I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I don't think there's a way I can survive. All right, well, you're up here. I guess you can help me with some...
Not really.
You can help me with some bullshit? All right, well, I guess I'm just shriveling. I guess I can kill these 3 damage ones with shriveling, because my upgraded shriveling does +2 damage. This guy's got 8 HP. I might just need to kill him first.
I was saying you should probably kill one of the 2 heart.
The 2 heart guys?
Yeah.
Well, this guy's got 8 HP. It would take me all 3 shrivelings to kill him.
Evade doesn't necessarily mean exhaust, correct?
It does.
It does?
Yes. I could evade 3 of them, but they would just ready back up, but then you could take some of them. Although we're going to be taking horror at the end of our turn.
Which means you get to do some damage to him.
That's true. So I could deal one. I could hit Wolfman Drew once, and then at the end of my turn, kill him with the horror that I get put on me. I could put one of the damage on Pete. He would just go bye-bye, which is probably not the end of the world. Okay. Anyway, I can't play assets or events, but nothing that says I can't commit cards to tests. Okay. I'm going to Shriveling. Wolfman Drew. How'd you fix that? I'm testing 6 head against 4. I'm going to commit Unexpected Courage to this. I'm testing 8 head against 4. Elder Sign, which is +3.
And you succeed.
Yeah. So Wolfman Drew has 3 damage on him. Next, I'm going to test. I'm going to Shriveling. I can tank the Masked Hunter, but these guys, and these guys, like, we can spend 2 clues, but we don't have clues. We can spend 5 resources. You could parlay her if you engage her. Actually, you don't have to be engaged with her. You can activate this ability, even if she's engaged with me, if you're at the same location as me. So you can do that next turn. I'll leave her alive. Yep, I'm just going to start working on this Masked Hunter. Shriveling the second, 6 against 4.
I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to parlay her.
Why?
Because we got to get to the ritual. Sorry.
Oh, they're not hunters. So if you've got a cunning distraction, I need to minimize the amount of damage I take. Wolfman Drew's dead because my Chronophobia will kill him. I'm not going to be able to kill the Masked Hunter because I'll only be able to do 6 damage. Oh, I should not have committed Unexpected Courage to that because I forgot I get +3 head when I shrivel. Oh well. Actually, that was dumb of me to commit Unexpected Courage. I'm not going to undo that. That was just me being dumb. +2 damage, so I deal 3 damage. All right, I'm not going to kill the Masked Hunter. Let's kill Peter Warren. Peter Warren, 9 against a 2. -2. Peter Warren is dead. He's in the victory display.
Whee!
Shriveling again. On Victoria. If you're not gonna parlay her. Actually, the Ghoul Minion does more damage than her. I'm gonna do. I mean, it doesn't matter. I've got +2 damage. Yeah. Let's. Pete can soak the entire Ghoul Minion. Okay. Victoria, Shriveling, 9 against a 3. +1. She's dead. Unfortunately, I had to use all of my Shrivelings. At the end of your turn, take 1 direct horror. Did you do that for your Chronophobia?
Nope.
1 direct horror on me means 1 more damage on Wolfman Drew. He's dead. Okay. At the end of my turn, Pete can heal. He does. At the end of the round, discard Dissonant Voices. All right, monsters go. Pete's going to die. So Pete is going to take the entire ghoul minion's attack, which is 1 and 1, which kills him. And I am going to take the... Actually, no. Here's what I do. Here's how I do it. Pete takes the horror from the ghoul minion, and I take the damage from the ghoul minion. And then the masked hunter attacks. He takes the horror from the masked hunter, one of the damage from the masked hunter, and I take the other damage. It just saved me a horror, basically. So Pete is dead. All right. That's our turn. Or that's the monster's turn. Upkeep, ready these guys. Get a Carta. Draw, or get a resource. End of the round, Dissonant Voices goes away. And Doom on the sheet. Draw an encounter card. Mysterious Chanting. Place 2 Doom on the nearest cultist. Well, that just hurt really bad because we're not going to be able to kill him. I am not going to be able to kill him.
Lovely.
Frozen in Fear. Okay.
So
we have 2 more turns
I
before
go first.
Umôrdhoth shows up.
Automatically evade all enemies at your location.
Okay, so these enemies are now evaded at the main path. Now that is an evade action.
Yep.
So that costs you 2 actions for Frozen in Fear. I'm going to move into the ritual site.
Yep.
All right, what's at the ritual site? Can you take any more horror? You can take 1 more horror. You're going to have to get rid of Chronophobia next turn, too. All right, there are 4 clues here. The ritual site. The sigils on the wall begin to flicker in and out of focus, and the air grows heavy with the smell of death. At the end of the round, if there are fewer than 2 clues, investigator on ritual site, add clues to it until it has 2 clues per investigator on it.
We didn't read Act 2A. Into the darkness, the remaining cultists have followed you into the woods and try to stop you, and now they block the path to your objective. They stand ominously beneath the overhanging trees, silent sentinels in the night. You must defeat them or sneak past if you are to gain access to the site of their ritual. Objective.
I defeated 3 of them, and we snuck past 2 of... Well, that's a ghoul. We snuck past 1 of them.
If an investigator enters the ritual site, advance.
Yes, now the pain of the C- campaign has arrived. Those guys spawning right on top of me.
When you enter the cave, the air grows cold, and your nostrils are assaulted by the pungent smell of blood and rot. Shuffle the encounter discard pile into the encounter deck. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until 1 enemy is discarded. 2 enemies instead if there are 3 or more players in the game. Spawn each discarded enemy at the ritual site.
It's going to be engaged with you.
Act 3A, Disrupting the Ritual. The site of the cult's ritual is inside a large cave urn, in a dark corner of the woods. In the center of the chamber is a candlelit circle marked by rocks and arcane runes. Spend 1 clue, test head 3 or foot 3. If you succeed, place 1 clue on this act. If there are 2 clues per investigator on this act, advance.
So we need to get 4 clues in...
1 turn. 3 actions.
I can kill the Acolyte. And that gives us an extra turn. Actually, I don't even have to attack the Acolyte. My 1 direct horror will deal it the damage at the end of my turn. So...
at the end of my turn, test head 3.
Oh, Frozen in Fear.
Yep. And I have absolutely nothing I can commit to it, so it's a 4 on a 3. -1 or better. +1 would be nice.
+1! Because of the lucky cigarette case, you succeeded by 2. That's amazing.
That's why I said +1 would be...
Did you get your... Oh, no!
Take 2 direct horror, dead.
What?
Take 2 direct horror, dead.
Oh, you're dead.
And remove all cards in your discard pile from the game.
Well, Wendy died.
Good thing this is the end of the campaign because I had Dark Pact in my hand.
Wow. Bwie, you just got fucked.
Yeah.
All right, Wendy. I guess I'm playing solo now.
I did my part, I think. Kind of.
Yeah.
Not really.
Bless you, doggy.
I did succeed at Frozen in Fear, though.
You did. And then it killed you.
Yep.
Dog, what are you doing?
Come here, bud. Come here.
Okay. My first action is going to be to play Lita Chandler.
I think I know where this is going.
I don't know if I can do this. Chronophobia really fucked me.
It fucked both of us. And I seem to
Yeah.
remember somebody saying, I can take a weakness.
Yeah, I didn't think it'd be chronophobia though. All right, my first action was to play Lita Chandler. Is that really what I want to do? No. My first action is going to be discarding chronophobia.
And then moving to the ritual site.
Yep, so 2 actions to discard chronophobia. Moving to the ritual site. I have Dark Memory in my hand. If Dark Memory is in your hand at the end of your turn, reveal it and take 2 horror. That
Kills the Acolyte.
kills the Acolyte because when 1 or more horror is placed on me, I deal a damage to an enemy at my location, which is the Acolyte. Okay. Monsters go, they don't do anything. These guys are ready up.
Oh, I get to draw a card. Oh.
I get to draw a card, and I get to get a resource. I put the 4th Doom on the sheet. And I have to draw one of these. Rotting Remains, test head 3. For each point you fail by, take a horror. I'm at 5. I'm going to commit that to it to make it 6. 6 on 3. Skull is the number of monster enemies in play, which is just 1. So that is a success.
Whee!
Dog, settle the fuck down.
Come here. Come lay down.
Just panting.
I think she's just
Antsy.
harder. Well, I think it's just harder for her to breathe. She's
Oh, gotcha.
13, 14 years old.
I know,
so.
yeah. She's just pant. Okay. My second action, or my first action is going to be play Lita Chandler. My second action is going to be play Dark Memory. Place 1 Doom on the current agenda. The current agenda, this can cause the current agenda to advance, which it does.
What, Rip? You're intentionally causing us bad things?
The Devourer Below. Revelation. Replace the current act and agenda with the Devourer Below. This card is both the current act and the current agenda. If Umôrdhoth is defeated, R2. When do we spawn Umôrdhoth? Oh. When this agenda advances, if we're in Act 2 or 3, discard all enemies at the ritual site and spawn the set-aside Umôrdhoth there. Okay. This is now the current act and agenda.
Come on, Rip. He only has 10 health.
Yeah, well, he's got 14 health.
I don't exist.
You do for purposes of per investigator. Still, you still exist. Umôrdhoth is a 5/6/6, and the 6 health is misleading because he gets plus 8 health, so he's at 14. Forced at the end of each investigator's turn, ready Umôrdhoth. Action, if you control Lita Chandler, it's only after her. You throw Lita Chandler to Umôrdhoth in order to spare your lives. Resolution 3. I am going to activate that ability to throw Lita Chandler under the bus.
Lita Chandler, meet the bus.
Umôrdhoth deals an attack of opportunity to me. 2 damage to Lita Chandler. 1 damage to me. 2 horror to Lita Chandler. 1 horror to me, which deals a damage to Umôrdhoth. But then Lita Chandler gets thrown under the bus. Thrown under the Umôrdhoth bus. Roar. We read Roar. If you couldn't hear that, after I did roar, the dog growled at me. So we read resolution. What are you doing?
You want to go outside?
Doggy? Yeah, you'll go take her out. Yeah. I'll finish this up. This is the end of the campaign anyway. I'll just finish reading this. Resolution 3. In the face of this horror, you don't believe there is anything you can do to stop it. You have but one hope if you are to survive. You turn on Lita and throw her at the terrible monstrosity, watching in dread as its swirling void-like mass consumes her. She cries out in torment as the life is sucked from her body. Umôrdhoth, Umôrdhoth, the cultists chant. Lita Chandler vanishes without a trace. Poof. For a moment, you fear that the creature will now turn on you, but you hear one of the cultists say, Umôrdhoth is just a god who claims only the guilty and the dead. Go, and you shall be spared. The swirling mass vanishes, and warmth and light returns to the woods. The cultists slink away, leaving you alive. Lita's last moments are forever etched in your memory. In your campaign log, record that the investigators sacrificed Lita Chandler. Each investigator suffers 2 physical trauma and 2 mental trauma, as the mere sight of Umôrdhoth has taken its toll on his or her body and mind. The guilt over sacrificing Lita forever haunts your memory. Each investigator must search the collection for a random madness weakness and add it to his or her deck. Each investigator earns experience equal to the victory X value of each card in the victory display. That is 1, 2, 3. None of these locations for victory points. All right, we have 3 experience. The investigators have survived, but their actions weigh heavily on their consciences. The end. Or is it? At the end of the campaign, the experience, trauma, and weaknesses granted by the final scenario resolution allow the players to feel the full consequences of their actions. The investigators' many decisions and actions, as recorded in their campaign log, form the outline of their story. Players are encouraged to share the results of their story and their investigators' final decks online at fantasyflightgames.com, forums, or on social media. Now that you've completed the introductory campaign of Arkham Horror, try playing the campaign again with new investigators or a higher difficulty level. Expansions of Arkham Horror the card game introduce new campaigns for the players to embark on. The standard rules dictate that players start each campaign with new decks and 0 experience. However, intrepid players who wish to embrace the chaos may transfer investigators who have completed one campaign into a different campaign by carrying over each investigator's deck, trauma, and experience.